Well, hello my big kids and my little chicken nuggets. Welcome back to another edition of Mr. B's Art Room. Today we are going to wrap up our pirate art projects with one of my favorites. Today we are making shark puppets. Yeah, that's right, Steve. Remember I told you that story at the beginning about a pirate and his shark enemy named Big Bertha? You can make yours Big Bertha if you want to. Oh, you have a song you want to sing? How about save that song, Steve? Now's not a good time. Save it to the end of the video, maybe? Okay? All right. Well, some materials you're going to need today. You'll need paper, but not just regular paper. You want a thicker paper. So you can see this is regular notebook paper. It's got the lines on it. I've cut it small, but it's very, very thin and just it doesn't hold up well. You can see how it's kind of floppy. Now, this is some thicker paper that I've got, and it can stand out straight. It can bend, and you can cut it. It's easy to work with, but it's a little bit thicker. So find some thicker paper. If you can't find this, you can even use cardboard, like a thin cardboard, like the back of a cereal box, or something like that. Okay? So get some paper. Make sure it's thick paper. You need about 2 sheets of it. And then something to draw with, some scissors, something to color with, and some tape or glue. All right? Get those materials. Let's get started. But before we do, I have a joke for you. It's a shark joke. Are you ready? I got lots of shark jokes. You're going to like this one, Steve. Okay. What do you get when you cross a shark and you mix it with a snowman? A shark mixed with a snowman. What do you get? Frostbite. Get it? Frost because of the snowman and bite because of the shark. Frostbite. There you go. All right, get those materials and let's get busy. Okay, to draw the shark, what we need to do is start off with a circle in the middle. Now the circle needs to be about the size of your hand. I wouldn't trace your hand because of all the bumps on your knuckles and your thumb, but roughly about that size. So here I go. You can see it's close. Okay, so start with an oval or a circle. Now, find the middle and go down a little bit below that middle line and make the straightest line that you can. So it's a horizontal line, not quite in the middle, just a little bit below. All right, that's going to be the shark's mouth. Now, I'm going to start somewhere near the middle and give him a little pointy nose. It's just an angle. I'll put 2 little dots for his nostrils there. You don't have to do that, but I did. And now choose the eyes you want to give him. 2 eyes. I'm going to give mine angry eyes, so I'll make this slant with a curve. Slant with a curve. Put dots in them. I'm going to make this top eyebrow extra thick. Makes him look a little meaner, a little tougher. Okay. Now, on the side of his face, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Those are his gills. 1, 2, 3. And on the very top, of course, we need to give him his fin. Now, on the top portion of his face, not the bottom where his chin is, I want to add 2 flippers. See how those are above this line? I'll do one on this side as well. So it's above that line. Okay? And that is the beginning of my shark. If you want to add any other details to it, that's fine. However, we are going to cut it out, so don't put bubbles or anything on here. If you don't want to cut it out, you don't want to make a puppet, you just want to do a drawing, you can add waves and bubbles and a treasure chest and things like that to it if you'd like. All right, so you drew the shark. Pretty easy, huh? Yeah. Now I'm going to add color to mine and cut it out. I'll speed it up just so we don't take as long, but that's what I'll be doing. Real quick, before we get to that, next shark joke. All right, Steve. What do you call a shark when he becomes famous? A famous shark. He becomes a starfish. Get it? A star like a superstar, and a fish because he's a shark. All right, starfish. Okay, here we go. I'm going to color and cut mine out. All right, now we've drawn it, colored it, and cut it out. It's time to add the mouth. We want to make a mouth for our puppet so we can open and close the shark's mouth. I'm going to do that. Follow along as I do, but before, I've got a joke for you. It's about a hammerhead shark. How did the hammerhead do on his math test? Nailed it. All right, here we go. Once you finish coloring and cutting out your shark, there's one more cut you need to do on the shark. His mouth, right where that straight line is, cut straight across. And I realize it's cutting him in half, but you need this in order for him to open and close his mouth. Now, set the top piece aside and just hold on to this bottom chin for just a minute here. Using a new piece of paper, you want to measure, maybe take a marker and measure on one of the sides from the edge of the paper to the other side of his mouth. You want to measure about that far, so you can see that's my measurement was from the left side to the right side, and I put a little line there, so that's the right size. Then go up, do another measurement a little bit higher. So I've got that same top edge from the left side to the right. So you can see I've got 1, 2 of those lines. Now you can set this piece aside and get something straight like a ruler or a book and connect those two lines. So you can see there's the dot. I've got my ruler and another dot, and I'll connect them. And I missed the mark there a little bit, but I'm close enough. That's okay. Now take your scissors and cut on that line or just next to it. I'm going to cut a little bit to the left of it here because I don't want to see that line. See, I cut that piece off, and this is the trash piece. I want to keep this piece. Okay, once you have this is going to be, watch this. Let's see if this works. This is going to be his top of his face, and then his chin will be way down here. Okay, but I'm going to set those aside for now and take this paper, fold it in half. Now mine has some artwork on the back, but that's okay. It's going to be the back anyhow. That's the part we want to see. This will be his mouth opening and closing. Okay, and your hand will hold it like this, with your fingers on the top and your thumb on the bottom. Okay? Now, once you get this folded, you need to do 2 more folds. Take the top and fold it back just a little bit. So I've got that one. That'll be, his face will attach there. See how that works? And you'll do the same on the bottom. The only thing you want to do is make sure that they're even. If I fold it down here, you can see that's sticking out farther. We want them to be even. So if I fold it and turn it sideways, it looks kind of like the letter T. Now I can open and close. That will be where his chin goes, and this will be where his face goes. And you can see he'll open and close his mouth like that. Okay? Now, the next step is to cut these back a little bit, because if I put his chin on here, you can see all this white paper. We don't want to see that. So I'm just going to take this, my scissors, I'll cut off this little corner here, and maybe cut off that corner. Let's see if his chin fits. yeah, it's pretty well hidden except for this little piece sticking out at the bottom. So I'll just cut that a little short. So now when I attach his chin, you can't see that piece of paper. Okay, do the same for the top. Okay, I have a little bit sticking out here and a little there, so I'm just going to cut those corners off. It won't take much for this. Okay, so the big one is for his big head. That fits nicely there, and that fits nicely there. Okay, and you'll see his mouth opening and closing. Now, you can attach these with glue or tape. I happen to have tape, so I'm going to go ahead, open this up again, and attach them with tape. So I grab a little piece of tape, line his head up, and tape it down. I'll do the same for his chin, squish this down, lining it up on that crease, and press down. I'm going to move that. There we go. I want to make sure what I had done is I put it crooked. See how it's sticking off the side? So I just rearranged it, line it up, and press down firm. Okay? Just to be, see how that's floppy? I'm going to flip this over and add some tape on the back. One up top, and one down at the bottom. So now, if I fold these just right, there, we've got his mouth. Okay? Now what we need to do is draw his inside of his mouth. I'll do that real quick here. What I want to do is make teeth. So I'll go like a letter V. V, 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 zigzag. I almost go all the way across. I'll do the same on the bottom. Zigzag. Now shark have tons of teeth, so I'm actually going to put zigzag teeth going sideways here too. He's going to have a lot of teeth, and some down on this side too. Alright, now inside his mouth I'm going to put a big oval with a letter M in the middle. See that little M? This is going to be his tongue, and this will be the back of his throat. It'll be real dark. I'm going to color that black. Okay, now if you want to add color you can. I'll do that real quick here, and we'll be finished with designing the shark. We have one more step after this. So there's his little tongue, and I'm going to make the inside of his mouth, not his teeth, but the inside of his mouth gray. There we go, and I'll blend that a little bit. I'm using chalk, and the chalk, you see me do this often. It's chalk, and when you rub your finger on it, it blends it and mushes it to fill in areas and make a smooth texture on that image. So there we go. You can see this is going to be my shark's mouth opening and closing. So now that our shark has a mouth and a face, and we've attached those, the next step and the final step is to add a holder so that when you open and close, your fingers don't fall off the puppet. But, again, another joke. So, why do sharks live in salt water? Because pepper water makes them sneeze. Achoo! So for the final step, you're going to need your shark, some scissors, tape, and your scrap paper. Now you don't need to do any measurements for this right now, but using your scrap paper, just cut off 1, 2 thin strips. Okay, and you can, the big extra piece or any extra you can set aside. You just need 2 thin strips. The first strip, what you're going to do is bend it around. You can see I looped it. And you want to make something that is big enough for your thumb to fit in. Not exactly the right size, but you can make it a little bit bigger. So once you find that size, pinch it and cut, be careful with your fingers, cut off that extra. Now, grab a piece of tape, You can let go, grab some tape, close it back up, and tape that together so you have a little ring. All right, now you're going to do the same with this big one, except you want to be able to fit 3 or 4 fingers in that. So if I go use the whole paper, I don't think I'm going to have to cut any, and get my tape, make a ring, tape it down, and you can see I can fit 4 or 3, or you could even do it small enough to make it for 2 fingers. It's up to you. So you have a big ring and a small ring. Now, the final step is to attach those so that when you put your hands in, it will hold your hand to the puppet. Now, you don't really need to have these. You can see I can still work the puppet and hold it without it. So if you don't want to do this, you don't need to, but I'll show you how to do this. Take a long piece of tape and stick it through the ring. And I have some tape on this side and some on that side, so it's sticking out both ways. Now put your ring sideways and press down on that tape. So you can see now my fingers fit in there to hold. It helps open and close his mouth. I'll do the same on that bottom ring, which is going to be his thumb, or for my thumb, excuse me. I have some tape on that side and some on that side. Put it this way, attach it, and now you can see I've got a top ring, a bottom ring. My hand fits perfect, and chomp, chomp, chomp. You just finished your shark puppet. Ah. All right, now that you can hold on to your puppet, it's time to show him off. Here's mine. And if you like this puppet, you can make others with different faces and different sizes. Look at this one. There we go. We've got another one. Let's see in his mouth. Oh yeah, look at that. Big teeth. So you've got your shark puppets. Thanks for joining me today. Oh, that's right. Steve, I promised you could sing a song at the end that you were excited about. Go ahead, Steve. Oh yeah, I like that song. Uh-huh. Everybody, you know it. Baby shark, doo 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 doo, baby shark. And then, Grandpa shark, doo 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 doo. You don't want to hear me sing. Go ahead, you guys keep singing. Play with those puppets. Make more. Don't forget, email me. I love to see your puppets. Show me you playing with them or you as you made them. Can't wait to see them. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me this whole week with our pirate projects. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Take care.